I want to play a little bit of this of Jennifer Soto because everyone praised this detective for really going at her.
New video of the mother of Maddie Soto being asked the hard questions.
I feel like when you gave the interview with Fox 35, it was not sincere.
We've learned detectives use this interview we got with Jen Soto the day after the 13-year-old went missing.
At that point is when I called 911 because I realized something was truly wrong.
To ask her what she knew about the murder of her daughter.
Looking at that video one time, I didn't feel like your cries were sincere.
Detectives pushing and pushing her to answer the burning question.
What do you think made him snap?
But Jen, finding it hard to believe that her boyfriend could do any of the crimes he's accused of doing.
I want to believe she's still alive and that she got kidnapped, but that doesn't seem like that's the case at all.
Jen Soto's boyfriend is the only person charged in Maddie's death. He was arrested 2 days before Maddie's body was found in a field.
The detectives were not convinced that Stephen Stearns acted alone, though. They pressured Jen about when she jumped to his defense, even after they showed photos of Stearns allegedly abusing her daughter. Here's a portion of that interview.
I don't believe a lot of the things you're saying. I don't believe a lot of the things you say you weren't aware of. Not what the did he do? Hey, we need to figure out what happened. No, let's protect Stefan.
I wasn't shocked.
No, that's not shock. That is your natural instinct to protect Stefan. And my fear is that sense of guilt is causing you to not want to assist in the location of her.
Oh no. If I knew anything, I would so tell you. I don't care about him. I want him to go to jail. I want the worst thing possible to happen to him in jail. I know what happens to predators in jail. I'm ready for that. Please.
In a separate interview room, detectives asked Stephen Stearns about where he was and what he was doing the day Maddie disappeared. They warned him that they already searched his phone and even begged him to tell them more. But he stayed tight-lipped.
Stefan, here's what I'm asking you and pleading with you is to dig down and do some soul searching. I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
Again, as of today, Jen Soto has not been charged with a crime. Stearns has a status hearing in about a month.
So, we spoke about this and many people, of course, praised the detective that was interviewing Jennifer Soto, while at the same time, they disparaged the two detectives that were interviewing Stephen Stearns. And I liked the detectives that interviewed Stefan. However, I think their strategy was wrong. And I've said this before, if you've heard me speak about this before, their strategy was wrong because they were going after him to confess and admit to the pictures on his phone. They didn't need him to confess to that. They didn't need him to admit to that. What they did need him to do was to tell them where Maddie's body was. Because they did, at this point when they were interviewing him, they did not have her body. And he knew, of course, where the body was. But he wasn't coming across with that. So for them to go after get him to confess to the pictures, to me, that was meaningless. They should have been going after, listen, we have video of you. And tell them, I want you now just to listen, Stefan. Yes, keep your mouth shut. Just listen. We have video of you driving in your car with Maddie in the passenger seat. And she's dead. We think she's dead. Her mouth is open. She's leaning in an unnatural position. Not only do you leave the complex with Madeline dead in your front seat, at 08:19 hours, 8:19 a.m., you come back into the complex purportedly to get your clicker, and a security guard sees you, and Madeline is still in the front seat, dead. And that's all caught on video. So, Stefan, that's not it. At some point, we have video of you going into the Holiday Inn parking lot, pulling into the parking garage, backing up, opening the trunk, then opening the front passenger seat, carry Madeline's body out of the front passenger seat, and dump her into the trunk. Stefan, that is all caught on video. Do you want to tell us what happened? Do you want to just be a man for once in your life? Do you love your parents? Do it for them. Come across, we could tell them that you actually admitted to it. You did something manly for one time in your life. At that point, he lawyers up. You took your shot. But guess what? He lawyered up on them with them going after the lesser charges. So why didn't they get more aggressive and go after him for the murder? Because we all know he did the murder. So why were they messing around with the images? He's done with those. Those are self-explanatory. They did not need him to confess, make an admission to say, oh, those are mine. We know they're yours. We matched them up to the inside of the house. We matched them up to your body. We matched them up to the items in the room. So we don't need you to confess. But what we do need you to do is tell us where Madeleine's body is. And they never went there, Mike.
Yeah, they had the two choices at the very end. Keep going. And once they were talking about the car being seen and him throwing out the garbage in the dumpster, because they said, did Maddie have her backpack and laptop when you dropped her off? And he said yes. And then he could have then said, wait a minute, look, we got you on video. And we looked inside the garbage can and we found her backpack. You're lying to us. Let's stop right here. We're not, just like you say, and then you go into your speech. Just listen. Don't say anything, because this is what we're going to tell you, and man up. But they didn't. They kept, as you said. I guess they were tempted just to figure. Okay, I was thinking maybe they figured they could break him on the video, on the pictures, and then he would then give it up for Maddie, for Maddie's body location. But he didn't. He clammed up.